We are so happy to be joined by Michael Jurgens, the newest Minnesota Viking. Michael, I mean, it's been like 5 days since you heard your name called. How has it settled in?
Yeah, it's been good. It's definitely a different process. I think when it happened, I had a lot of happy friends and neighbors kind of rush in instantly. So I didn't really have a lot of time for it to soak in. But yeah, it's great. I mean, like I said the other night, I did the visits in Minneapolis, and this is exactly where I wanted to be. So very happy.
What did you like specifically about your top 30 visit that made you want Minnesota to be a destination for you?
It was really just the people there. I had great meetings with the offensive line coach and with members of the front office, strength staff, training staff, nutritionists. It was just everybody, was very engaged and had clearly done their homework on me and had great follow-up questions, and it seemed like a great organization.
Now that you've had a little bit of time to, maybe look over the roster, get to know who the Vikings are and the offensive line in particular, what are you most excited about as you go into this offensive line room?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, playing in the ACC, Garrett Bradbury was at NC State my freshman year in college, so watched him a little bit, and I think he won a bunch of awards that year, so definitely watched him a lot. Excited to learn from him. I think that's a great person to learn from. And then actually, I've heard from Brian O'Neill also. There's some connection there. My parents' neighbors at the beach or something, good friends with one of their family friends, so he reached out to me, and that was great. So yeah, I think there's a lot of great people there I'm excited to learn from and play with.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you mentioned learning under Garrett Bradbury, who is the current Minnesota Vikings center, and up until a year ago, you were playing center at Wake Forest. You make the change to left guard. I know that it was a very selfless move by you to allow teammates to kind of move around the line. How much do you think it helped you, though, in selling your ability to be more versatile for multiple different positions?
Yeah, I think it definitely played a role in that. I leave that up to the coaches to say definitively whether it did or not. But I think even if it didn't play a role, from the versatility standpoint, I think just for me personally, having switching positions and getting new perspectives on blocks and communicating with different positions was really valuable. And it was great to have a year in that spot and kind of just, learn a different world of offensive line play.
Yeah, I mean, you were a 4-time Remington Award watch list guy. I mean, that has to be that's really, really special at a center. It's the award for the best collegiate center in Division I football. What do you like about playing center, and what do you like about playing guard? I'll give you a two-barrel. I'm not going to ask the negative side. I'm just like, what do you like about each?
Yeah, I think for the casual fan, it probably seems like the same thing. We're just in there pushing people around, but it's definitely very different. Something I like about center is just the communication aspect. I like getting the opportunity to ID the defense and kind of make those calls up front. And also at center, you get a lot of opportunities to kind of facilitate throughout the play, especially in pass pro. You're a lot of times you're the free guy, and you can kind of help out both guards and pick up linebackers and all that, which is great. And then with guard, it's different. There's a lot more one-on-one situations where you're just competing with another defender, and that's one of the special things about football. You get 50, 60 reps a game where you're competing against the same guy, and a lot more man-on-man opportunities at guard, which is a lot of fun.
In college, you were also a 3-time captain for the Demon Deacons. How would you describe your leadership style?
Yeah, that was one of the questions I got a lot on that 30 visit.
Oh, was it really? On the top 30 visit?
Yeah.
I promise they didn't give me the questions first. That one I actually came up with on my own.
Yeah, I mean, really, I think, I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all style of leadership when it comes to, leading others. I think that it's really important. I would define my leadership style as relationship-oriented, and I really just want to build relationships with people so that I can understand what makes them tick, and then, come to them from a place of authenticity and just, organically put them in the best positions to be the best version of themselves. And, I think for every guy, there's going to be a different thing that makes them tick and a different thing that they're going to respond to. So really just getting to know your teammates and knowing how to get the best version of them.
You are not the only offensive lineman from Maryland who was drafted this year by the Minnesota Vikings. Walter Rouse, someone who you knew of just by being in the same vicinity. What was it like finding out he was also drafted by the same team and then knowing you guys are going to join forces up here?
Yeah, it's great. I'm very excited. I've met Walter a couple times. A long time ago, I enrolled early at Wake, and he's a year younger than me. So he was doing a visit at Wake, and I had a lunch with him. And then we met recently again at the Ravens local day. And yeah, very excited. So we actually train with the same offensive line coach out here in Maryland. And I was texting with him after Walter got picked. I'm like, he's going to love it there. Like, my meetings there were great. The offensive staff is awesome. And then 40 minutes later, I was getting the same call. So it's very cool. Very excited to work with him.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I think another thing that really marked your college career was your servitude to the community, how important that was to you. How did you get involved by being a mentor and coach for the Special Olympics bocce ball team?
Yeah, so that was actually in high school. I'm from a very small town here in Maryland, and we've just got a great community. I grew up through public school with the same guys from kindergarten on, and my JV football coach actually was very involved with, they call them allied sports here. So we played, I didn't play a winter sport in high school, so we played allied bocce ball. It was a lot of fun. It was really fun. So if you hadn't lettered in a varsity sport, you were allowed to actually play. So my freshman year, I was able to play with them, and it was a lot of fun. And then the following 3 years after that, I was just kind of like a player coach.
Yeah.
It was great. A lot of just authentic interactions and just a lot of smiles. It was a great time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's understandable you were a letter guy in high school, undefeated high school varsity career, a 3-time state champion. You obviously know what it takes to be a winner. What are you most excited about trying to earn wins here for the Minnesota Vikings when you get here for rookie minicamp?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a different scale, right? I'm just excited the opportunity to compete. I can't wait just to get to compete at something at the top level of the sport. It's really something special. And it's just week in, week out, getting that opportunity I'm really excited for it.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure you're really excited when you hear that first Skull chant at US Bank Stadium. Have you ever, besides the top 30 visit, have you ever been to Minnesota before?
I did a little last May, so about a year ago. I did at Training House right across the street. Yeah. I did a little like 3-day O-line mini camp kind of thing. Nice. So yeah, just 2 times, but both in that little campus right there. Yeah.
There's a lot more to offer. Land of 10,000 links, as we like to call it. So, well, thank you so much. We appreciate your time, Michael, and best of luck as you get here very, very soon. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.